Yoga for menstruation.
Hello ladies, welcome back to the mat. I'm Erika and today I'm taking you through a little practice for yoga for menstruation. So if it's this time of the month and just like me you get a little bit of sore belly, cramp, and it's actually quite painful and uncomfortable, this practice hopefully will help you to just release around the hip region. So we want to relax into the abdomen, the lower back can get really sore, and the hips as well. Okay, so let's get started. I'm not using any props here, but as always, you can use whatever you need. Use blocks and then use pillows if you have, or blankets, okay? Just make this practice as comfortable as possible. So we'll just start into this Baddha Konasana posture straight away. So this will allow you to open through the adductors, the hip flexor, the hips, all around the hips, and then the lower back as well. Okay, so we'll just go straight into it. Just place yourself with the feet together. You can elevate yourself a little bit onto a block here. If you're very tight and you're like, oh my gosh, it's a little bit of a struggle, definitely sit up onto a bolster. Okay, we'll just bring the feet out in front. So not too close. We'll start with your feet out further away, and then we'll come in a little bit closer. Okay, so make sure you breathe in and out through the nose as always. Okay, if for some reason you can't breathe with your nose, just breathe with your mouth if you're sick or something. Okay, otherwise in and out through the nose to really control the breath and help you to calm down. Okay, so feet together. Grab the feet if it's available. Allow the hips to be really relaxed here. So if you feel like you can't relax, you always have a little bit of tension, what I like to do is just rock into the hips, or even you can press into your elbows like you're making an effort, and then it will help you then relax here. Okay, relax the head, not forcing anything, and just breathing into this forward fold. So try to relax into the abdomen. We get a lot of cramp around the belly, so make sure you don't stay too stressed down there. Just breathe into your belly. We'll try to, you don't need to use today the lower abdomen. So quite often, well, always in yoga, I would say breathe and use the lower belly and the pelvic floor just because it's period time. No work down there. Just relax, just breathing. We just want to stretch out a little bit around the connective tissues and start to distribute the oxygen to the connective tissues, helping us to relax and release. So if it's here, if it's in your practice, you can create this little breath, this Ujjayi breath, which is a sounding breath at the back of the throat. If it's not there, don't stress again. But if it's here, it will help you to just stay connected to this present moment, connected. Beautiful. And then on your next inhalation, we'll just slowly make your way back up. And then we'll just come into a little pigeon pose. So the pigeon pose will allow you to stretch into the front of the psoas muscle. But if you have any knee pain, I'll show you a variation here. Okay, so if you have any knee pain, just come to what we call deer posture, where you will have your shin parallel to the front of the mat, your foot flexed, and what you want to find is a whole side of the leg on the ground. This way you have no twisting in your knee. It will be more on your hip as you will lean the chest over to the knee. Okay, they will still allow you to stretch all around the hips and the hip flexors here. If pigeon pose is available to you and you don't have any pain in your knees, you could place a block underneath your left hip if you're really tight. If you're okay without it, then just go ahead and take your time so that your hips are facing to the floor here, so parallel to the ground. This way you start to create a nice stretch to the psoas on the right side of the body. So we'll just take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, just slowly lower down. So this will stretch around the glute region as well. Just know that the body is all linked together. The connective tissues are linked together. So when you come to stretch out the hips, it will naturally come and stretch around the lower back and the hip and the leg as well. So everything is connected, everything stretched together. But in here, especially into the hip socket and the groin and the psoas muscle. So just keep breathing. Use the exhalation to try to relax more into each posture. Just allow the tension, the cramps to just slowly melt away. You could place the bolster underneath your chest if you wanted, so you can fully relax. Great. Now we'll just do a small stretch coming up. So activate the back leg by squeezing your thigh and then squeezing your right glute, and then just slowly come up. So if you have lower back pain, don't come up too high, just wherever it's available without creating pain. If it's okay for you, we try to create more opening into the front of this right hip. Lifts the heart. So keep pressing the right foot down. Imagine you're trying to lift the knee up to the ceiling by squeezing your thighs here. And then you can even twist a little bit over to your left knee. This will create a little bit more deeper stretch into your psoas muscle. Keep rising up. And then exhale. Slowly relax. We'll go into the same to the other side here. So again, knee injuries, just stay like so. So your whole leg is on the floor, okay? If it's lifted, then you bring twist to the knee. So avoid this. Now, just like before, if it's okay for you to have your pigeon pose, then just come here and square the hips. And as you exhale, just slowly lower yourself down. Relax the belly. Remember to bring the breath all the way down to your abdomen. So there really is a breath into the belly and the movement into the belly. Just start to massage the organs and remove and help with your cramps here. Try to keep the shoulders relaxed at the same time. Beautiful. Now, just like before, we'll slowly come onto your hands. But before, squeeze your left thigh, press the left foot down, squeeze your left glute, and then slowly come up. And maybe angle slightly to the right with the chest. So it should bring a little bit more intensity in front of your left hip. And just keep breathing. But keep the left glute engaged. This will help protect your lower back and help to allow the psoas muscle to open up more. Wonderful. And an inhale, just slowly come back. And then we'll make our way into a little Sphinx posture. This will help to create a little bit of a massage into the belly here by resting the organs on the floor. So bring the feet just about hip width and then place your elbows underneath the shoulders, hands to the floor. So just rest the belly, just let it be heavy. And then just breathe into your belly so that each breath massage the organs a little bit more. And at the same time, we're still stretching the front of the body. Now make sure your feet are pressing onto the ground here so that they're not rolling in or out. You still want to keep your legs active, okay? And just breathing. If you know that you like a little bit more of a deeper stretch, you can come up and then stay here. This will create more stretch to the abdominal wall. Take about 3 more breaths here. So breathe in and breathe out. And then again breathe in and breathe out. Last time, breathe in and out. And if you're up, just lower yourself down, and then we'll just come into your child pose here. So you can have the knees slightly apart if you want, or you can rest onto your thighs if it's available. So again, we massage the organs, but in this one we're also allowing the lower back to lengthen and relax. So rest the head down and then bring the arms by your side here. Allow the shoulders to just collapse down so that the whole back body starts to open up and let go of all the tension, especially the lower back. You can even, if you want to give yourself a little massage. So sometime I like to dig into the attachment of the muscles of the back to the pelvis, but also the connective tissue, the fascia. If you were to look in anatomy book, you will see that all this behind the lower back is white, it's full of fascia. So you can go along and just give yourself a little massage to allow the blood flow to go, but also to remove any tension here. And then you can just rest back into this child pose. Again, just enjoy the connection of the belly to your thighs. This little massage of the organs as you breathe in and out. Beautiful. And then with your next inhalation, just slowly make your way back up and just come into your all four position. So just coming to your cat-cow position. I'm going to bring some movement around the hips and the spine. Again, in the same aim to release tension and to bring blood flow around. So shoulders over wrist, hips over knees. On your inhalation, drop the belly of the chest and then look up. And on your exhalation, just rounding like a cat. Tuck the chin to your chest, tuck the tailbone under. And just keep moving laxo in your own time. Deep breath in and deep breath out. And out. We'll do about a couple more here. And if you want to do a lot more, of course, just keep going. You can pause the video, although there's not much longer to go. And then again, inhale. And exhale. Wonderful. Just come to sit onto the floor here. We'll do one more posture on the floor. and then this will be finished. So we're going to come back to this cross leg position in front of you, and then we'll either have your heels in line or take a full or half lotus and then come this way. And what we'll do, we'll lean back here. So first of all, push your pubic bone up, squeeze your glute and push it up. If it's enough, you can stay here so that you will have a nice, at the same time, chest and shoulder opening. And then just rest your head, push your pubic bone forward, and then relax here. So you're trying to create length in front of your psoas and in front of the hip and adductor here. If it's available for you to come down on the floor, then come down. Remember to keep pushing the pubic bone up. Otherwise, the tendency in this posture is to create compressed lower back, and it can be painful sometimes, okay? So now you'll have a nice stretch of all the abdominal wall, adductor in front of the hip. Take a deep breath in if you're on the ground, and extend the arms overhead and breathe here. So if you have your arms overhead, bring the palms facing up. You could place a bolster underneath your spine here for a little extra support, extra lift if it's too intense for you here. And now just keep breathing. Again, breathe into the belly. This is a really lovely posture when you have cramps into the stomach, into the belly. Again, inhale. And if you find the cross-legged doesn't work for you, just come to Supta Baddha Konasana with your feet together like so, okay? But the cross-legged will add an extra stretch into the adductors and the psoas here and the abdominal wall. Make the most of this. This is our last posture. So deep breath into the belly. Keep the back of the head nice and long, and exhale. Wonderful. So whichever option you have, do the same to the other side. If you're able to take it, if you're on the ground, do that. If you need to stand back up, do again. So same as the other side, choose your option, and then take a deep breath in and out. Beautiful. Wonderful. Inhale, slowly come up. Bring the knees back together. Lower yourself down if you were into your cross-leg position, seating. I got this wrong. It's not the last posture. We've got one more. We've got a little twist to release into the lower back a little bit more as well here. So we'll just bring the knees together and towards your chest and just go and fall over to the right here, stacking the knees on top of each other. If it's not possible, place the bolster underneath your knees here. Then come to open and press the upper back to the ground and look over to the left. Again, nice twist into the organs and all the abdominal wall and the back of the body. So this final twist is the cherry on the cake. Make sure you breathe, make sure you're fully relaxed. Want to do any arm to have a little stretch and opening of the upper body as well at the same time. One more deep breath into the belly and out. And then on your next inhale, come back up, and we'll do the same to the other side. So bring the knees in and up towards your chest, and just go and fold over to the left. Make sure you stack your knees on top of each other or have something in between your knees. Then try to place both shoulders on the ground and look over to the right hand. Once you find your twist, try to relax into the hips, the lower back, and the belly. Just feel this twist. It's like when you squeeze a tea towel. to try to squeeze the water out of it. That's what's going on. We're squeezing, except we're not removing water. We're really massaging and stretching around all the organs and connective tissues. Nice release here. Wonderful. With your next deep breath in, make your way up and relax. Now, if you have the time, feet together, and you can rest with one hand onto your belly, one hand onto your chest. Taking some deep full inhale and exhale. And then you can stay here as long as you have and try to really keep the belly soft, keep breathing and try to be light and really allow this cramps, this tension to just leave the body as you breathe out. Okay, stay here as long as you need. I'm just going to stand back or sit back up and just say Namaste, bringing hands to heart center. And thank you very much to have joined me on the mat today. I hope this helps to relieve the cramps and the pain. And just drop me a little comment below. Okay, I will see you next time on the mat today.
As always, if you would like to support me in making this video, you can join me on Patreon to make a donation. I will post the link below. Thank you.